I'm gonna fix your hair real nice. There. How's that look? Looking very good?
I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Shame on me now, I went place I've never been. Oh, trouble.
Kallie was diagnosed with anaplastic astrocytoma, which is a pretty aggressive form of brain cancer. She was diagnosed just before her 5th birthday back in 2013. It really did take a while to get the diagnosis. We went through a lot of different testing, trying to figure out what was going on with her. Nobody really had any answers for us.
And then June 26th, we finally went in for a MRI. I remember thinking it would be in and out and would be on to maybe having a Happy Meal that day, right?
You just go into it thinking it's nothing and we're gonna get through this and it's gonna be fine. And they come back and tell you such horrible news and that you have to move to a different hospital to get some better care. And it is this many years out even, it's like the worst thing to think about. And just remembering back to how hard it was and how you go numb, right? You don't really know what to do. For me, I went into fight mode, right? Like, we're gonna beat this, we're gonna do this.
Looking back on it, reflecting on it, 8 years removed from it, we really had no clue what we were dealing with. Her first surgery was July 8th, and they removed roughly about 50% of the tumor. It was successful from the standpoint that it removed her focal seizure, so she came out normal Kallie, right? As we started to learn more about how aggressive this tumor was, we found that
it was not good. Her prognosis, with the information that we had and the plan that we had at that time, was that she would maybe live 3 to 5 years.
It was a pretty heavy diagnosis. You kind of go, okay, so there's 75% chance that my daughter's no longer here within 5 years.
For me, it was basically being an open book and putting her story out there and sharing it. And that's how I got connected with the Team Jack Foundation, of people saying, hey, you really got to reach out to them.
Go Huskies, go Team Jack.
What a wonderful job Team Jack has done in their efforts to not only raise awareness for pediatric brain cancer, but continue to push the envelope on new ways of attacking it. When you look at the chemo treatments, the surgeries that are available, even the radiation, all of these things have been around for years and years and years and really haven't progressed to assist kids that are dealt these cards in life. So.
You have moments where you ask yourself, like, what have we done? Was this the right thing? It was scary because we didn't know. Would she ever talk again? What if she couldn't walk? What if, it was devastating when we were just in the thick of it. It was just devastating. You go into this journey in your fight mode, right? Of like, what am I going to do and how am I going to save my child and how am I going to give my child the best possible outcome?
Go, Kallie, go!
At the time, you're thinking about that, and then later on down the road, you start seeing a lot of the other things that were part of the journey that you maybe weren't anticipating or you didn't think so much about because you didn't really have the time to focus on that at that moment. For Kallie, because of the proton beam radiation and the surgery, she had damage to her pituitary gland. So then she quit growing. So then she had to go on a growth hormone. She's on a thyroid medication because of that damage to her pituitary gland. Obviously, the right-sided weakness was caused because of her surgery, so we've had to make modifications for that. And then now the biggest thing that we're dealing with, which we actually just found out very recently, is that she has, it's neuromuscular scoliosis. So she's got some pretty significant curving of her upper spine. And so that's kind of where we're at now of, because of the surgery, which caused her right-sided weakness, now we're dealing with this other issue that at some point here she might end up having a pretty major back surgery to take care of that. She just had her first choir concert at school, and she just stood up there, and I think she sang louder than anybody. Even the grade levels that she wasn't supposed to be singing the songs, she was singing along with. So,
Kallie continues to, approach life with nothing but smiles. Overall, she's a normal 13-year-old little girl who just has some different challenges, in front of her. So. We never knew that we would see her grow up to be a teenager.
My skin looks good. Hi everyone, my skin looks good. Skin looks good. Hey everybody, it's Kallie. My skin looks good. Yay! My skin looks good, everybody. Yay! My skin looks good, everybody. Yay! My skin is good.
Kallie, how did your scan turn out today?
Good. My skin was good, everybody. Cheese.
Yeah, she's overall doing really well. There's, certain things that are challenging, but you just learn to, adapt and kind of work through everything with her and make it work, so.
You ready for school today, huh?
Yeah!
All right, let's do it. The aftermath of everything is still pretty heavy, right?
Even when you think you're through it, you're not through it. There's a lot. There's so much that goes into it, and people, I think a lot of times say, wow, she beat it, she's doing great. Well, when you're with us every day and you're with her every day, you're like, okay, there's a lot more to what her story is and what she's dealing with.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire.